Good afternoon, Smash community. This is the Germ and the King from DVR. Here to give you just some updates, news, and things we're going to do new with Genesis 2.
Yeah. If you guys are looking for housing, you guys will want to stick with the Pack West forums in the regional section of Smashboards.com. It'll help us, just concentrate everything. It'll be a lot easier to find someone to potentially stay with.
Yeah, and also if you're gonna go that route, just know, FYI, that there aren't many smashers in the Antioch area, which is where the venue is. So if you do get housing, it'll most likely be anywhere from about half hour to even hour and a half away from the actual venue. So we encourage everyone to stay at the actual hotel that we have lined up, because it's walking distance from the venue.
First of all, as far as the rates go, we still have a bunch of rooms left. We're slowly, we're quickly running out of the suites, but we should have enough to go around for the rest of them for now. It's $59 for a single room, $69 for either a double or an executive room, and $79 for the suite. It's about 40% cheaper than what you would expect to find normally during the summer, so it'd be pretty good to take advantage of it. You'll be sure, if you want to get a room here with the Genesis rates, be sure to call them and specifically state that you are going with the Genesis event. We do recommend staying at this hotel because, considering that the entire hotel is pretty much cordoned off just for us, there's going to be a whole ton of smashers for the next 4 or 5 days stretch there. So we highly recommend getting a room there. Next little point we want to cover is just a little surprise we've been working on for you guys and haven't told anyone yet. As far as dining, we know everybody loves,
Denny's.
Good Denny's, a nice midnight diner. So we've gone through the trouble of making an arrangement with the Denny's, which is only about a couple hundred yards away from the actual hotel, and we're going to have the entire building reserved for us smashers for about 3 hours after the event ends on Sunday. So you guys will have 200 or 300 seats available for every smasher who wants to get whatever you guys want at Denny's for the next few hours. Next up, what we're going to cover is pre-registration. We don't have that available yet. We've been working on it. We'll let you guys know when it's available. Hopefully it shouldn't be more than a couple more weeks. It's not going to be mandatory, but it is as highly recommended as it can get.
If you want to make it out of pools, it's mandatory, because if you don't pre-reg, we're going to pretty much throw you into a death pool. Because we're going to be taking on-site registration the day before the tournament, on that Thursday in our room, like how we did the first Genesis. But not only will you be put into a death pool, you'll have to pay a little more than you would have if you pre-registered.
Yeah, pre-registration's only going to be for the venue fees, so if you guys do sign up online once it's active, you won't have to actually pay for the full events until you've arrived there. We're going to have scaling venue fees like some other big national tournaments have had lately. It's going to start off around $20, and it's just going to go up a few bucks every couple weeks or so until we get to the couple weeks prior to Genesis 2. Then after that, the fee is going to get more substantial. So once it's active, we'll be letting everybody know, as soon as it's available. Just our recommendation is pre-register as soon as possible, unless you like long lines, higher fees, and death pools.
And along with the pre-reg, we're planning on having an option to pre-order your Genesis t-shirt. Because last time we got about, how many t-shirts? About 200?
No, not even that. We had maybe 100 t-shirts and demand for about 100 more.
Yeah, so they went really, really fast at the tournament. So what we're going to do now is have it so you can lock in your order for a t-shirt beforehand for the sizes that we have available, which are most likely just going to be small, medium, large, and a few extra large.
Yeah, so if you want the exact t-shirt you want, if you don't want to be stuck with a small white t-shirt, you'll be able to lock in on pre-registration. On the same site we'll have it. Just lock in your color, lock in your size, and send in the payment. We'll have it ready for you, the exact one you want, reserved under your name.
Yeah, these are the old ones, by the way. Legit. The new ones are going to be even better.
We're going to have a spectator fee again as well. It's just going to be $5 a day per person, or $10 for an entire 3-day weekend pass. I also want to make another note that as far as the trophies go, to the players who might be interested, we will be renovating the trophies this time around, getting some pretty nice upgrades.
As awesome as they were last time.
Yeah, we don't want to spoil anything this time, but we're going to have some really custom created trophies that are just pretty much beyond anything Smashers have seen so far. So it's going to be a nice little treat. We're not going to have trophies for teams this time around. I know how cool they were last time, but there still should be enough money to go around for teams where you'll feel like you're winning a singles national all year round.
So it's only going to be for top 3 of each singles event. So top 3 for Melee and top 3 for Brawl. And they won't be Styrofoam OC3.
We'll still have payouts going out to around the top 8 from each event, and probably top 6 for teams. But yeah, the trophies are going to be really something special, and they'll be reserved for the people who truly deserve them this time around. Alright, well, now that we've gone over pretty much everything as far as the tournament goes, we want to go over a couple other things that we've been getting some responses over. We've been getting some skepticism from just a few members of the community. We're not getting swamped over anything, but we're honest folks. We want to just clarify everything we can. Pretty much since the recent tragedy which befell Plank and Pound 5.
Tragedy.
Yeah, it really was. It was a travesty. We wanted to address some of the concerns and lay pretty much our ground rules for Genesis 2, so you guys know what to expect. As far as all the arrangements we've been making, with hotels and restaurants and possible sponsorships and all that stuff, we want to clarify right here and now that we, as tournament organizers, in no way are making arrangements to put us in a situation that could possibly fail financially. Pretty much all the deals that we've made have been pre-negotiated through our own means and out of our own pockets. So pretty much all of our expense right now, if we've arranged anything, has come out of us. And none of them are based upon any kind of quota or obligation to fulfill. I mean, we've made arrangements with the hotel. There's no kind of quota as far as meeting that goes. That's pretty much just a win-win with them and us, with them getting to fill their hotel with all these hundreds of Smashers, and us giving you guys a 3-day haven as far as smashing outside the tournament goes.
Yeah, the only reason why the Ramada management decided it'd be better that we have the whole hotel to ourselves was simply because of how successful the first Genesis was. And the first Genesis, almost everyone who was at Genesis stayed at the hotel, so the hotel was pretty much completely booked, filled with just Smashers. But there were a few people who were staying at the hotel that weren't a part of Genesis that had some complaints, obviously because of the noise level and the amount of activity going on. But that's pretty much the only reason why we got the hotel to ourselves this time around. It has nothing to do with any kind of contract or any kind of deal with the Ramada itself.
And as far as this hotel goes, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys have gone to your own national tournaments. You've probably gone to big regionals. Maybe you guys have participated in MLG. And those who have probably know that usually big hotels are kind of stringent as far as their rules go. Only a few people per room, no running around, no loud noise after 6 o'clock at night, nothing like that. So I just want to stress that the Ramada Inn is really bending over backwards. They're doing more than we could imagine for us. I mean, they're letting us, as far as look the other way as far as room occupancy goes. They're being really understanding with our community as far as just trying to enjoy itself. So we're here as far as this particular point goes, just to let you guys know that while we're not going to play mom and dad, for the tournament, we want you guys to enjoy yourselves. We do just want to, tell you guys to we want to remind you guys to just have, the basic common courtesy to at least respect their property while you're at the tournament. We don't want anything broken. We don't want anyone going really, or overextending themselves as far as their stay goes. You guys can enjoy yourselves, but we try to draw the line at broken vodka bottles in the hot tub.
Fana.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically the key is just don't take advantage of how nice they're being, because they're being, like I said, they are bending over backwards for us, especially this time around, because they know how successful the first Genesis was. So if you're going to get a room with 6, 7, 8 people, that's fine according to the management. Just don't expect to get pillows, blankets, and towels for every single person staying in your room. So just please, be courteous, and if you're gonna bring that many people into one room, then bring your own towels, bring your own pillow, and bring your own blanket or sleeping bag. Make sure you have somewhere to sleep.
That as far as running the tournament goes, the cost for all of that, we've been budgeting as tirelessly as we can, and we plan to only budget what we can realistically afford. That means everything that we can get from our the people who've been generous enough to donate to our fundraisers, the people who have just helped us raise money through weekly Smash Fests, and the venue fee. Aside from that, every single dollar that goes into that prize pool is going to go right back out into your hard-earned hands. But we want to just make a point here that, while we want to bring you guys the best tournament possible, and we want to put every dollar that comes into us towards building that this dream event, we, especially in the light of Pound 5, we have to be solely realistic as a first point. So while we have a lot of really good ideas, a lot of great upgrades as far as the tournament goes, like we're hoping to upgrade the video and the sound systems. We're hoping to give you guys some dual projection screen stages for both games this time around. We're trying to stockpile all the systems that we can to make sure there's plenty of setups to go around for running the event smoothly. We also have to be realistic, of course, and we know that to accomplish everything we have in mind, we really can't do it alone.
So we pretty much just want to make everything as epic as possible, more so than last time when it comes to everything. Having TVs, that we purchase ourselves, so there's a set amount of TVs, just overall mood, lighting, just everything in general. So we're asking to please donate to our Genesis 2 fundraiser.
And we have, for those who might not have heard about it so far, we've had a Genesis fundraiser set up for about a month now. Up to this date, we've had some extremely generous members of our Smash community. We've raised nearly $250 so far. As far as building a better event, we want to thank every single person who's given to that event personally. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And we just want to reiterate, of course, that everything that we receive is going straight into building as good an event as we could possibly budget for. Every single dollar is going in to build the best event Smash has ever seen.
Yeah, and definitely any dollar that's donated won't go uncredited.
And we also want to state that we are not out for any kind of pocketing extra money left over. We're really not out for this for profit and making off with tons of riches. We're doing this just like the first Genesis. We're doing this just to give the Smash community exactly what you guys deserve. So we want to let you guys know that any windfall that's left over from venue fees, from donations from our little weeklies, anything like that, is going directly into
the P5 era.
It's the Pound 5 Economic Recovery Act.
Whoop whoop.
Everything we've got left over, we plan to divvy up in between the people who were the unfortunate victims of Pound 5. We're going to try to get you guys back the money you guys rightfully deserve. We know there's a generous fundraiser going out there on Smashboards right now, and this is us doing our part to help you guys as best as we can. Is there anything left over? Yeah, be sure to come to Genesis if you want money at Pound 5. Just want to let you guys know you can find the link to our fundraiser in our video description. Just check it out, take a quick look over it. It's really pretty. Just send it out to, when you're done with it, just send it out to maybe your friends, family members. Just, send the link around, show us some love. Yeah,
again, thanks to everyone who's already donated. It really means a lot.
Absolutely.
And, so just to reiterate, every dollar is going to go to making Genesis 2 as unforgettable as possible, even more so than the first one. If you were there for the first Genesis, then you know what I'm talking about. So hopefully, with your help, we can make this one 10 times better.
All right. And with that pretty much concludes our first Genesis 2 podcast. Signing off, this is the Germ and the King.
Until next time.
Take it easy.